Hi, I'm Drew Gooden, and this is the Drew Gooden autocomplete interview. It's worth pointing out that there's another Drew Gooden, arguably more famous than me. Did Drew Gooden create YouTube? Yes. Did Drew Gooden do it for the Vine? Vine was an app. I did for a little bit, but these days, no, I do it for the TikTok. Did Drew Gooden win a Drew Gooden? Yes, I did. I own it. Does Drew Gooden have a Drew Gooden? No. All right. Does Drew Gooden have a job? No. I work sometimes. All right. How old was Drew Gooden when first Vine? My first Vine, and it was me filming what I thought was a commercial for mayonnaise. And they're just like, if you want mayonnaise, you gotta use mayonnaise. So that really, set off my career. How did Drew Gonzalez and Danny Gooden meet? Danny's awesome. He's one of the people I know. How Jake Paul joined Team 10? Team 10 was a TikTok conglomerate started by Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez. How did Cody Coast spill the water? One time I was on Drew Gooden's podcast and just knocked all the recording equipment over. Pretty much the worst thing that anyone's ever done. Not one of my proudest moments, but that's okay. How many subscribers does Drew Gooden have? 3.3 as of now, but the goal is 1. So if you want to help that cause, go subscribe to Danny Gonzalez, and we should hit 1 subscriber pretty soon. All right, what is Drew Gooden doing now? I'm glad you asked. I'm doing Danny Gonzalez. What camera does Drew Gooden use? Sonic G150, G11, that's a camera. What state does Florida live in? I live in Cody Co's podcast. A lot of my friends will send me Jake Paul's podcast, and they're like, was this you? And I say yes. What happened to Drew Gooden? There was an accident with Sonic fanfiction. Which Drew Gooden plays basketball? I do own the other Drew Gooden. So technically, I would say we both play basketball. Which Drew Gooden can dunk? Not the other Drew Gooden, so I will dunk. Drew Gooden All-Star. So this is probably asking a question. When did Drew Gooden retire? 2017. I retired as a 23-year-old, and I don't do anything all day ever. Why does Drew Gooden say anything ever? Because it's funny. Drew Gooden fan fiction. Oh boy. One of the videos Danny Gonzalez and I made together was about a fan fiction. We wrote about Sonic, Jake Paul, and Cody Coast. The funniest fan fiction I've ever wrote in my life. One of us married Jake Paul. Drew Gooden, picture of a hot dog. I also have a website to show off my hot dog, where the homepage is a picture of my hot dog. And you can add all these different toppings to it. So, really just some crazy stuff on there. Drew Gooden, Christmas movie. So I've made a lot of weird Christmas movies, which is pretty easy to do. Most of them have Cody Co's hot dog, the other Drew Gooden, moves to Florida and meets Danny Gonzalez. So us. Where does Drew Gooden get his joke? I get my joke from Cody Co's podcast. Is Drew Gooden good in? No. I have done crimes. Is Drew Gooden Danny Gonzalez? Yes. Is Drew Gooden married to Jake Paul? Yes. I like vegetables. Is Drew Gooden a Drew Gooden fan? No. Is Drew Gooden in Euphoria? Yes. I'm Zendaya. I guess what I want people to take away from the Drew Gooden autocomplete interview is that Sonic is much taller than me.